Hello everyone, I am Pastor Justin, the youth pastor of Church Nobles Angeles. So I am the pastor of CSB, specifically for the youth, and I've been doing this ministry for the past 6 years already. I started last 2020. So I encountered God last 2015. Okay, so I was in school and then meron akong katabi. Tapos nag-keyboard siya. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, "Uy, gusto mo bang matutong mag-keyboard?" Sabi ko, "Uy, ako nag-keyboard din ako." And I remember that time kasi marunong akong tumugtog nung kay John Legend, yung All of Me. Sabi ko, okay, parang masaya to. And then he began sharing Jesus to me, sharing the God. Even in a very parang nakakatakot way kasi shinare niya sa akin yung revelation. But that started a moment in me na, okay, parang ito pala si Lord. Ito pala yung kung sino si Jesus. Parang maling pagkakakilala ko sa Kanya. And then came my senior year in high school. And then I met another friend, his Kuya Vince. And then he invited me in another church. Okay, and then I started going, doing the discipleship. But then parang wala pa rin. You know the Lord, but it's not that deep. It's like I'm just walking with the Lord, pero walang encounter sa Kanya. Then, sometime, di ko na alam kung kailan nangyari, the Lord is just giving me visions. I've met people that are just so radical with the Lord. I've met mentors, pastors. And then the Lord is just giving me visions. Parang, eto yung ito ako, anak. With that moment, I realized na I'm also a sinner, that the Lord is, my shepherd, and the Lord is my Savior. And doon ko siya na-encounter through visions, through songs, even kahit yung worship song is mabilis, no? It's a happy day, but I'm still crying because I'm just in awe of the grace of the Lord na I'm a sinner and He went here just because of me. And I think that's an encounter I would never forget. Okay, so this is a very long way, but I would like to summarize it like this. So I saw the burden, I saw the need for the ministry, and I think the Lord is also calling me up for leadership. And I just have a tap from my senior pastor, and then he talked to me na, what you're doing right now is already pastorship. Bibigyan ka lang ng title, okay, to continue what you're doing. Sabi ko, okay, gawin na po natin. yung pastorship, di ba? Parang tumanggap lang ng trabaho. But then I reflect to myself, Lord, are you really calling me to become a pastor? Ito ba talaga yung binigay mo sa akin to become a pastor, no? And then one time sa isang glory encounter, the Lord gave me a vision, and then yung kamay ko, it's filled with bandages. Pero it's not a bandage Parang may cloth na nasa dalawang hand ko. And it's like the Lord saying to me, these hands will be used to touch people and to heal people and to bless people. And then there I saw na parang, okay, I think the Lord is calling me into the path of, this kung saan man niya ako bibigay to become a pastor. So, to sum it up, how did God call me into ministry? Well, He called me in a very simple and intimate way, saying to me that there's a need and there's a burden that needs to be carried. And just like sa Isaiah, who will be sent, okay? Sinong papadala natin? Who will be parang give, okay, to the people? And then I simply said, Lord, ako na yun, padala mo ako. Okay, so I am a firm believer of when God gives mission, He also gives provision, di ba? So kapag si Lord nagbigay ng isang utos sa'yo, laging may provision yan. Dapat ganun yan. I encountered this sa lahat ng mga leadership role na meron ako. Sa mga youth camps, sa mga mga events. Specifically, nung first time kong maging youth leader. And nung pumunta ako dito sa Church Nobles, and I was positioned to be the youth leader, the youth pastor. Wala pang mga core, walang mga tao. So what I would do is gagawa kami ng mga poster. Minsan ako din yung mag-set ng preaching, everything. Parang lahat ng mga need gawin, I would do. Okay? And I remember that time, nasa 3 lang kami with Princess and Alex. And then, sa amin lang umiikot yung Rabjan North. But alam niyo yun, that moment is also the perfect moment. Nung ako ay na-position to be the youth leader, also, the Lord also called people that are called to a certain ministry or certain office. Dumating si Ate Lara, siya yung naging media head. Dumating si Pastor Liza, siya yung naging program head. And many people came, okay? Dumating sina Cassie, sina Phoebe, sina Vince. Parang nasabi ko, wow, Lord, it's not because of me, no? Kaya sila nagsidatingan, pero it's a perfect moment orchestrated by God na, PDJ, ito na yung gagawin natin. Pero magpapadala ko ng mga taong tutulong sa'yo, taong kakalinga din sa'yo, and mga taong makakatuwang mo sa ministry. And I think that's a very powerful testimony and impactful story for me, na in a moment na you feel na parang wala kang kasama, the Lord will just provide you people that would help you. And these people did not only become my partners, but they also became my friends, my family. Parang lumalabas kami every now and then, going to Starbucks. And you see that in the ministry, even if you may see that it's you walking alone, you are never alone, and the Lord will always provide you ravens and people that would help you along the way. Okay, so I have 2 encouragement for you. First is this, and I learned this the hard way. One is that even if you can do everything, you can't do everything. Okay, so make that stick to you. No, you cannot do everything all at once. Even if I can do the keyboard, I can do the guitar, meron akong alam na konting drums. Okay, pagpapadagtagin mo ako, I cannot do those things all at once. So what I mean is this, you really need people to help you along the way. And you need to trust your ministers. Okay, mga kasama mo, mga pastor mo, mga co-workers mo, co-ministers mo. And that's, I think, the design of the Lord for you to be together and to do the ministry together. And second, ang aking second encouragement is this. Your calling should be independent of other people. Okay, so if the Lord called you to be a pastor, yung panawagan mo na kay Lord lang. So you should not depend your calling sa mga tao. Like, if tong mga taong to parang, hindi na ako sinusunod, no. Itong mga taong to hindi na ako pinapansin. Kaya, Lord, parang walang nangyayari. Okay? Your calling should not be dependent on other people. It should be dependent on the Lord. Kasi yun yung usapan yun ni Lord. And I think this is, ito yung mga dalawang prinsipyo na nagpabago ng outlook ko sa ministry. Na, okay, hindi ko to kayang gawin mag-isa. Kaya nga nagpadala si Lord ng mga tao. And pangalawa, this is the Lord who called me, so I'm not dependent on other people as well. So kung ngayon wala akong makitang mga tao, okay lang, kasi the Lord will provide. Kasi siya yung, kasama ko dito, ultimately. So that's it, no? And if you're burnt out right now, just learn that the Lord will always be there to guide you along the way. Okay, you may not feel it, but, the Lord is always there, working with you. So I pray that whatever ministry that you're having, you are just gonna find that joy, that love, that compassion to just share and to just love the people, the Lord ministry, or whatever it is that the Lord encountered or entrusted you. And I pray that you would be fruitful in every way. Yun lang, God bless you.